Welcome to Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host, Tae.
For sure. And today we got some special guests, super special to me because they were my idols, looking up to them coming up in basketball. But we're going to give them a moment off the rip to talk they talk and let y'all know who they are. Either one of y'all can go first.
Well, I'm India. I'm from Ripley. I'm now a mother of 3 boys, a former state champion. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Quessy. A lot of people know me by ShunQuest. I still live in Ripley. I'm a mother of 2. Again, another state champion. We've been knowing each other since we were little girls in kindergarten, maybe pre-K. Don't know, can't remember that far back, but we still rocking.
Yeah.
For sure. I love it. So, you heard them say they state champions, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about that DNA that they got within them and kind of give y'all that blueprint. Because like me and Tay say, if you want to do something, a blueprint has already been set for. All you got to do is follow it. So, you know what I'm saying? They're going to let y'all know what it really takes on the inside of you and on the inside of them gyms to get that job done. But first, what year did y'all win a championship?
2011.
2011. Y'all senior year. Okay, so now before we get into that championship year in 2011, we're going to talk the build up it takes to get to that year. You know what I'm saying?
Well, starting off as freshmen, we were going in a transition thinking that we were having another coach. And then all of a sudden, Katie, she became the coach. And she was a little younger. She had to get to know us. But she was completely different from the previous coach. The previous coach was super relaxed. You can have fun, have a good time. Practice was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But Katie and all, it was different. So when she stepped in, it was like a transition. So people that were seniors, they weren't used to that. They were used to the old coach.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people quit. Katie, she had standards with grades. So if you wasn't passing, you off the team. It was just different, just a different environment, you know, when she stepped up on the scene compared to our previous years.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a big word that you said, standard. If you don't have like a standard, if you don't have morals, you don't have respect for what it is you're doing, there's no reason to do it.
Yeah.
And that set the tone for what the Lady Tigers were in Ripley.
Yeah. You couldn't play as a Ripley Tiger if you didn't have standards.
Yeah.
It wasn't just you accept anything just because you fast.
Mm-hmm.
No, you had to do the grades. You had to do the work. You can't be missing practice. And yeah.
But I think after we realized that what her goal was in the end, we had way more respect for her than probably most of her other players.
Yeah.
Just because we started when she started. We were her first class that she started her coaching career with.
Yeah, and fed into her program.
Exactly.
Yeah, we fed into what she was giving
Trying
us.
to build.
Yeah.
We didn't give a whole bunch of pushback like the previous people that had other coaches. We only knew her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we fed into what she was teaching us, telling us. She had a lot of, it was real big for her. We all had to bond.
Mm-hmm.
It was usually bickering between the player and
we didn't
zero
have that
tolerance.
We were a sisterhood, and I preach that now to the girls that are under her. If you can't be a sisterhood outside of basketball, your chemistry for basketball is not going to work.
It's going to be hard to pass it to that person.
Yeah.
You can't
you
be
don't
mad
even
at them.
trust
Yeah.
them. You don't know them. You don't even know if they're going to catch the ball. You hadn't talked to them all week.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then on game day, no.
Yeah.
I would rather shoot it, you know, but that isn't team player.
Right.
Yeah. And then I want to ask y'all this too. What was that transition like mentally when, you know, y'all flood the old ones out and now y'all are helping her start to build that DNA into players under you? What was that like?
It's just like a tree. Once you get rid of the bad apples, you see more of your good fruit. So once she was able to get her team that she started with to understand this is what I want, she didn't have to tell anybody that came under us what was expected. They saw it in us.
Yeah.
So once they saw, hey, she ain't going for that. They don't do this, so I'm not doing this. But
and we'd even speak up if we seen someone under, just kind of new and needing to learn,
Mhm.
we didn't hesitate on, hey, this
Yeah.
is the standard.
Yeah. If you can't
If you
meet this
not,
standard,
yeah,
you gotta go.
like
Mm.
literally one person mess up, we
Mhm.
all run.
Yeah, we a
We all
team.
we not content with running for you. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
not
you
at
see a
all.
different side of us. We spoke our
Yeah.
mind, but she
Yeah.
put that in us.
Yes.
Don't be content with it.
Yeah.
They
Right.
need to care as much as you care.
Right.
So even the freshmen, they meant as much as a senior. We didn't
Everybody
do
was
that.
held accountable for everyone's mistakes. It
Yeah.
wasn't, oh, you messed up, you gotta run for your own stuff.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Everybody messed up
on the
because
line.
you didn't block out, you didn't get a rebound, you turned the ball over, or you missed a free throw, whatever the case may be. Everybody is held accountable for that one mistake that one person made.
Yeah.
You know, that was music to my ears because it can't be a fun time all the time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to grind in there, and kids got to understand that. That's the biggest part of it. And so moving forward, I mean, because we are going to discuss it. What was it like when y'all get to the point of being contenders and y'all are getting close to, you know, the goal, but not getting there, and the mentality to keep fighting to get to 2011?
Yeah. I say we were so patient because starting from our freshman year, we lost more than we won. And then that
Season
sophomore
record
year,
was
yeah,
10 and 17.
yeah, literally
Not
getting
fun.
demolished like by
60
teams like,
points.
yeah, by like Pontotoc and
Pontotoc,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Like embarrassing.
Yeah.
But still feeding in that, like not quitting. And then sophomore year,
Got better.
it was like kind of even. Our wins and losses, it was like 50-50. And then our junior year, like it just kept improving, but we did not, it didn't get easier. It wasn't like our freshman year because we were losing. Okay, we just gonna stay here. No,
Yeah,
we had
we
to
didn't lay
change
down.
some things. Yeah, we had to change some things, elevate a little more. And she definitely held us accountable for every little thing. We thought it was so extra.
Yes, but
We
it
thought
got
it
us
was,
to where we were
yeah,
able to win a championship. So
Yeah.
we weren't mad about it in the end. But what I will say was what fueled us our junior year was the fact that they did not rank us at all. We were not talked about. We weren't
and we had
even a
just as good
conversation.
season as Belmont,
Yeah.
as the teams that were actually at state with
Mhm.
us. They were ranked. They were talked about. But yeah, Ripley was like,
But
we used to not seeing them, so we
right.
ain't gonna talk about them this year.
I think it brought me to thinking like, hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And that's what it boiled down to. Our junior year, we did overcome some obstacles, and, you know, we didn't win it that year, but it fueled us for the very next year that we were like, it's either
Yeah.
win or go home, and we won't take it all. We don't care about what it took to get there. We were going to get there
Yeah.
regardless.
And so let's go back to, because a lot of kids fear failure.
Mm-hmm.
What did it take you in that moment of failure to get through it and get to the mindset of, we got to get back?
Before you answer that, I want to pinpoint a moment. In third quarter, we talked about it off camera. You fouled out, right? Where was you at mentally? Because from my POV, I was across the bench, and all I see is you flipping these folks off.
Don't tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Yes, right.
was
It's
there.
you know, I think the biggest thing that had me upset was the fact that
They were talking y'all crazy. They was.
They were.
that was,
talking
that
y'all
was
crazy.
one thing.
And
But
they had been off
Oh,
the court
yeah,
and on the court.
it wasn't
them.
even just at state. This
Yeah.
was all throughout the season. Anytime we played them, whether we were at home
Even
or at
between
their
our
gym.
coaches, like,
Yeah, it was bad. It was like a
disrespectful.
dog fight.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
for real.
Just imagine
It was
you holding your
personal.
pit bull and they got their Rottweiler in there. That's
Yeah.
how it was.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
It was personal.
Yeah.
that's what
It was
I would say. It was more personal than it was just a competition.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that team,
Yeah.
it was personal. It from the core of us, like that senior year,
Yeah, we didn't.
It was
we were so
like-
good. We didn't even have to play them in the playoffs.
after that junior year and losing to them, and of course they go in their senior year with the big head, and
Mhm.
they lost a few seniors, but they still had a great
Yeah.
junior,
They
had a great
freshman,
team, yes.
sophomore. They were up to par. But our senior year, we made that we fought.
We didn't beat anybody else. They were here.
Yeah.
And we was like, we don't care what nobody got to do. If we got to get out there and scrap, that's
Yeah.
just what it is. But
With
we gonna win.
bloody nose and all, no, we're winning,
Yeah.
especially at Belmont, because
Right.
it's impossible to beat them there.
Yeah.
Can't beat them there.
And you know, and just to talk about their DNA, that hate for them floods through me, and I'm not sure how much further down, but I'm gonna tell you
They
it
don't
go.
play them anymore. So
Cause
they don't
No,
understand.
they probably is best.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But to point out what you were saying, so my frustration was the fact that I did not know.
You flipped them posts off.
I will never forget that. That was like
I didn't know that, for one, my coach was unaware that I had 4 fouls. How did I go from no fouls the first half to 4 fouls in the third quarter?
You was fouling like third.
But why did I have to foul?
But if she put,
I was reaching, but were they calling anything?
No, not in first quarter.
Right.
So I'm playing how the refs are
third
calling.
quarter, right? And that's all
I'm
of
gonna
a
play
sudden.
into it.
Facts.
But also, they were not and I'm not putting the blame on nobody because I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I didn't do what I was supposed to do as the point guard and also being a leader on my team. I should have been aware of myself and Ashley, to let me know.
Because she was the coach's voice out there on the floor.
On the court, right.
Whatever, the harshest was said to her because she had to relay that message out there
I was
on the
the
court.
driver on the court. So whatever lane I was in, everybody was supposed to be in that lane. If I wasn't correct, then everybody wasn't correct. I can't control the floor if I don't know what's going on or if I'm not out there. So, yes, it hurt me more so, one, because my dog wasn't out there on the court. This the second time she done blew her knee. So I'm like, man, if she would have been out there, this probably would have been a different story. But I can't worry about that.
And yes,
That's
I kept being worried. That's what hurt the most.
Yeah.
I was just with the what ifs.
Yes, and I had to get that out of my head. So
because everything was going good. We were winning.
Didn't have a bad season.
We were winning. And then
until then,
when I blew out my knee in Middleton, we started getting beat by 20, 30 points. But, I mean, we wasn't just as locked in. We worried about
what
we thought wasn't happening.
That just speak to y'all sisterhood, though. You know?
Yeah.
It does.
For real. But I don't know why in my head I thought it was okay to just be like,
your emotions got the best of you.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
I will never
And that's
forget
what I was
that.
gonna ask. Do y'all feel like your emotions played a factor in the loss, in the fact of right there at the end?
Definitely.
I was caught up in the game so much that I didn't think about the foul.
Because
I didn't really understand, like,
You found out late in that third quarter. You had like 2
and
minutes left.
and I commend my teammates because they held it down and went into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, we lost in overtime, but hey, we put up a darn
that's
good
what
fight.
I mean. Like, had you mentally been able to at the time, and stuck in, because if we're able to fight like that without you in overtime, what could have been in the fourth quarter with you?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's why
that
my
what if.
mindset changed the next year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about that. I'm on my P's and Q's, and that's, off camera we were talking about. I played the whole 32 minutes. But when that buzzer went off, I was dead beat. Like, as long as the clock was ticking, my legs was going to move. But when the clock went off, I couldn't move. My body was tired, but hey, we got the job done. That's all I was worried about.
That's what it takes.
So,
Yeah. And what did winning mean at that time in your life? Like when y'all won, you said, you hit that flow, you gave it y'all. What did it mean right then?
It was a special moment.
Man.
Especially
when I shot the first shot on that goal, I literally caught a chill because it was different from Ripley's goal.
Yeah.
Previous year, I walked on the court and just cried because, I couldn't play.
Mm-hmm.
So when I shot my first shot and I shot a 3 in the corner and it went in just like, I was like, there's no way we not going home with the gold ball. There's no way.
We tried. Hey, I'm telling you, we was
supporting us. We turned around.
Yeah, even Boom Boy.
It was just hard because they got they crowd is
and they
very
right there
intense
for them. They a few minutes
so
up the road.
Deep.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna let y'all know we did too. We emptied it.
Charter buses.
County was deep off in there.
I've seen people that wasn't even from Ripley.
Yes,
we
had our city, our county, that all of North Mississippi was behind us, wanting us to bring the gold ball back home. And that year we had 4 North Mississippi balls. Oh, yeah, it was 3. I know for sure.
Yes,
it was us, Boonville, New Albany, and I thought there was one more.
No, Cosset got put out. I think that was it.
And you gotta think too, that's around the time that it shifted to that, where North Mississippi started winning more championships was then. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, in that moment, you hear the crowd, like I said, at the end and all that stuff. What does that feel like? And then, like I said, especially for that sisterhood, what's that like for y'all going into that locker room and a little bit after that?
I couldn't get my hands off that gold ball. I ain't gonna lie, Jade.
I smiled from ear to ear.
I had that thing, but I was holding on to that thing for dear life. Even when we was doing the interview
we took it with us.
I had it held close to me. I was like, yeah, just overly excited because it wasn't easy.
Mm-mm.
Like at that point, being a kid, just growing up, that was one of the hardest things I had to endure. Just the knees and just for a sport, and then it ended up turning into something really, really good. Something I didn't think was even possible for Ripley anymore.
Who won MVP for y'all?
I think Becca.
Becca, yeah, I think
Becca, because there's not a ball that was thrown to her that she didn't miss.
I'm telling you, she
hit
hit everything she touched.
If she even was about to shoot it, it was might have assist.
It was her night.
Yeah.
That was one of the pluses for us was she had a dang good game.
Yeah.
And everybody stepped up to the plate when they got on the court. It wasn't one person that went out there. You may have made a mistake and turned the ball over, but that's common. You are in a gym that you're not used to playing in. But for everybody that got on the court, they did their job and they did it to the best of their ability.
Yes.
And we came out.
And it couldn't have just been us five. So Coach Katie at the time, she had it to where even the 12th man, like if she randomly say your name,
you got to be ready.
You got to think of what y'all did too. Y'all as her freshman and her together. Y'all said y'all went from having everybody quitting to when y'all went to state those years. Oh man, the bench stretched
all the way. We didn't have enough seats for everybody.
You know what I mean?
Sure didn't.
Yeah,
sure didn't. And we had even the freshmen. They even got in. They played a good bit of the game, and thank God for them because it rested our legs when we needed to, or like foul trouble, or because I remember I had got in a little bit of foul trouble in the early part. Becca did too.
And to point out what you were saying, I didn't have but maybe 3 fouls that game that next year. I just
learn from it.
I did. Yeah, that was the whole part of it. When you go, like, you feel defeated, but also if you're feeling defeated, you got to learn from that defeat. You can't just take it and just be like, man,
don't lay it.
I'm let down. I don't think I can get no better. We came back better, stronger together.
But we didn't get better by doing the same thing that we did last year. It got a little more intense our senior year. Practice, like, where we dog tired. Ain't no going out, and you couldn't. We even practicing on a Saturday. We practicing on getting together at her house on Sunday to eat dinner, getting ready for Monday, doing it all over again, practicing to like 6 or 7. It's dark.
I will say, even just practicing with her, we didn't just practice with her. If a gym was open, we were there. We didn't have to wait on somebody to call and say, hey, the gym is open. Y'all can go whenever y'all get ready. No, we were the ones calling around. Hey Cliff, you opening the gym today? Hey, Katie, is the gym going to be open today? Or can we just go shoot? Yeah, we didn't wait on somebody to give us an opportunity. We advocated for ourselves to get to the point that we were at.
Yeah. And what kind of pressure came with y'all being that team everyone was looking at there y'all last 2 years?
Oh, we had a target on our back.
Yeah, we did.
We had a target.
So everybody we played, it was like we gonna play our hardest against them. So we had to fight almost every game. It wasn't a game that we were like we could just chill.
No.
Even like when we played Walnut or
we were the team to beat.
They were fighting Alcorn Central. We would fight with them guys, and I'm like, they not better than us. But they shooting the most threes that night.
Y'all went from hunting to being hunted. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for real.
Did they ever feel like overwhelming, and how did y'all deal with it?
I think we were up for the challenge.
Yeah,
you got to remember that's a different era.
Oh yeah, it was a different era compared to the kids now. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking for the children.
Again, they supported
yes.
what our coach was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So even it didn't matter what was going on, when a practice was, who had to work, we have to be there. They know that's the standard for us to even be on the team.
Exactly.
Come on now.
They didn't question what
your OGs.
Sir, it was for it's a question and it's for it leads into for the kids to understand and for also the new parents to understand. What it takes.
We gotta support our kids, and sometimes
know what I mean?
It takes people that you see really love them saying a hard thing.
Yes.
And then
constructive criticism.
Then you backing that up.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand that pressure extends. It's from the coach and it's down to the kids and it's also to the parents because everybody got to play a part to making sure that we perform well. Like you said, we got work, etc. But still,
I will say to that point, we were so close, not just us, but the whole team. If I call you and say, hey, when you get ready to go to practice, can you scoop me up? Nobody had a problem with it. We had our sisterhood. It was a sisterhood. So if you ain't there, ain't nobody there.
remember
You
at
messing
one
the whole
point,
chemistry
the
up.
car was full. Whoever had a
6
vehicle.
people riding in one little bit small little, what was that, a Honda? Some type of Honda car. But I feel like the parents have to also understand that the coach is not going to steer your child wrong. She is there for a reason. And just given the background of Katie, or any coach that we've coached, been up under, I can only speak for Katie, but she never put us in a position to where we was down. If anything, she'll let you know, hey, you made a mistake. This is how you need to fix it.
Yeah, let's
Correct
lock in.
it. Lock in, get it right. The next time we come around, we won't have this problem again. But
it don't matter what mistake it was.
Right.
We knew she had our back.
Yes.
Like, she had our best interest. Besides our parents, of course, our parents love us.
Like, our parents didn't question
No,
what she
none
did.
of that.
And
she
we
had
picked up
real
the phone
deal jerked me up
and
before.
asked her to say, like, hey, we need a ride to practice or something. She'd be like, all right,
On my way.
I'm on my way. Or I did like this. My mama, hey, can you drop me off at practice? I'll try
And
to see
come by
coach
and
drop
get
us off.
Indy.
Yeah. I'll be texting who need a ride so we can make sure everybody is accounted for.
Yeah.
If you ain't in your spot where you need to be, you throwing everything that we done worked on off.
Yeah.
So everybody had to be held accountable, not just for themselves, but for everybody.
Yeah. Just because it's Saturday practice, everybody has to be there for Saturday practice.
And if it wasn't no practice, you best leave. We was in the gym somewhere.
Going to the gym.
Might get a knot on our head, might get a busted lip, but we was in the gym playing. And it made us better, and it put us in a position to be better than where we were the year before.
Yeah.
For sure. And what did mental toughness look like on the day-to-day, especially when it comes to practices? Because I know them can be hard.
Oh, she preached that mental toughness, like being mentally strong when you feel like you about to break. Like how you were saying earlier, Quess, your legs were just
Give
dead
out.
after the fact, but you just kept going.
Kept playing.
She had programmed that in us.
Yes.
Like just mental toughness. Like when you feel you have nothing left, do some more and see how
Playing
I feel.
through frustrations.
Yeah.
That's
Playing
just like
through
when
that.
you mentioned about our junior year in third quarter when I found out. I wasn't mentally tough at that point.
Yeah.
And looking back on it the next year helped me to be able to push through that frustration when I could hear all this outside noise in the gym or in the Coliseum. I didn't let that interfere with what I had on my plate on the court anymore.
Right.
That's how we pushed through and we persevered to be able to be the winners that year.
And when we got to state, did we have to play 2 games or just 1?
We played 4.
Yeah, remember it was
We played
different.
4
Yeah,
games
y'all
then.
played
Now they
so-
only
They all
play
had
2
Y'all
to-
had
games.
to win a lot
remember
to
after
win.
they were all grinded out at the Coliseum
Yeah.
from quarter up, was it not?
We
I mean,
played.
it was
I think we played. We might have played
quarter semifinals, was it not?
Yeah,
Those
it
3
was all
games.
3. I know we played one year. We played Southeast Lauderdale.
That was the year we
Junior
played.
year.
That was senior year.
So we played them, and then we played Kasu.
I
thought we played Kasu, or maybe no. Kasu played the Indians, and we ended up playing the Indians in the
At the
finals.
end.
That's right.
Yeah. But we had Southeast Lauderdale at first, and I swear to God,
Ooh, that girl was
they were
good.
built up different.
Oh,
they
yes.
weren't. They didn't.
She wasn't no.
They didn't look like for real. They didn't look like kids.
Man.
Like we little girls and just trying to hoop.
Freaky out there.
Like-
They like.
And no, they
Wait a minute.
rough, they tough. Not one player on that floor wouldn't like it. Even one of them had a tattoo of an eel, and it moved every time ShunQuest was guarding her every time that girl dribbled fall. That thing started spinning. ShunQuest, I was like, oh my god! But
I
we
swear, she
didn't
would've
back
been-
down.
If she would have been a little bit taller, she'd been dunking on us.
Yeah.
She was.
But
she
we
was
were
raw.
not scared. Like, and when we beat them, I was like, oh yeah, we can do this with the Indian.
Yeah.
Because that was always talked about, like, are we good enough? But once we beat Southeast Lauderdale, I'm like, we're
They
good
were the
enough.
team that was talked about a lot that year in our
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
So once we beat them, we was like, dang, so is this what the competition look like? Like,
Yeah.
this is all we have to do to beat the Indians? Ain't no competition,
For sure.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who on y'all team helped y'all keep y'all mental toughness? Like, who was that player?
Everybody.
Everybody outspoken.
Yeah.
But honestly, ShunQuest, we're pretty outspoken.
Me
I
and
would
you
say
were kind of
Quess,
the
I
leaders
from
on the team that didn't mind giving it to everybody real and raw.
I
And-
would for me,
and-
I would say you. 'cause
And
you
then
were
even
outspoken.
after,
I am outspoken, but I also had to take it in too. So it couldn't just be me. It had to be somebody else to correct me too.
Yeah, like you said, yeah.
everybody
That's the
has to
beauty
be-
of it.
Yeah.
Because even with you being that lead on the floor, for you being
right,
able to
and
have
there would be
somebody that, you know what I
sometimes,
mean?
Yeah, be like, ShunQuest, slow
Yep.
down.
Yep.
Or just something. But she could take that and
Yeah.
then, all right, yeah.
We all had to
yeah,
be
she-
able to take it and dish it
Yes,
at the
she
same
was
time.
never like one of the leaders that was like, I can't hear nothing that everybody else saying on the court.
Right.
Because if she was tripping and was like, hey, and she instantly would lock in.
Right.
So, Indy, how important was that for you, like, to have a leader that could be led too?
Oh, I love that. That's what created the super bond. That for a while, you see ShunQuest, you see Indy.
Mm-hmm.
We have to eventually grow up, can't be
Mhm.
around
Right.
each other every day.
Right.
But having my way, it'll stay that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's how close we were. And we'd even have them tough talks on the court,
Off
off the court, spend holidays together,
Yep.
practice together, talk about ball. Hey, Indy, next time try this way. She worked with me on things and we guard each other. And it was just like a camaraderie, but a sisterhood at the same time.
Yeah.
That's you made a good point where we would guard each other. We wanted to be each other's competition
Yeah.
so that nobody else could even
So
compare to
during
what
practice,
we already
most
done
of the time we
established.
guarded each other.
Yeah.
We both were starters, but during practice, one of us would be on the B team and guarding the next person.
Because
Like,
that was how we made each other better.
yes, we didn't want to be on the same team, just but
And
Mhm.
gang up on everybody.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's not
yeah,
how you get better.
no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So we would always be on opposite teams and kind of. She was really good about that, alternating the teams up. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that attests to, like y'all said, for freshmen to be able to come in, because everybody had to be ready.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I preached that to eighth. This
Yeah.
a little girl in 8th grade. She came to some of the practices on Sundays. And I tell her all the time, I said, it doesn't matter that you're in 8th grade. I said, the way that it's going now, you can move up and play the last couple of games in a high school game. I said, but if your name is called or if your number is called, you have to be ready.
Mhm.
It don't matter that, I don't know their plays. Get in the gym with them. Learn the plays. If you know that the middle school ain't practicing, get in the gym with the high school.
Mhm.
So if the coach say, hey, I want to move you up, she don't got to teach you everything. You already know. You ready to step
And
up to the plate and get
ShunQuest,
the
it's
job
cool
done.
that you said that to her because that's how we moved up our freshman year.
Exactly.
Like we were we played JV, the earlier game, and
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have many people there. We played our heart out. We usually would win, but then when that game would come, I remember it was a few minutes left, and we was getting demolished by Pontotoc ShunQuest, and she randomly said, "ShunQuest, India," and we had to run out there. ShunQuest had about 13 points. Literally, this is like 3-4 minutes, fourth quarter. It meant so. Oh my God, I will never forget that feeling. Guarding one of the best players. She was at the time. She was getting ready to go to Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
I got to guard her, and we were scoring. Me and ShunQuest, we were here. We was like, we played ever since that game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
then,
we even started over seniors,
Mm-hmm.
like and got
It
to
meant
play
a
just
lot.
because it meant a lot to us in a few minutes of a fourth quarter.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
changed our basketball mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, darn, that's all it took. We got to do that every day.
I'll never forget when we played Boonville. And she
They
called
were
my
good.
name. Yeah, they were good our freshman year.
Yeah,
we
they
wouldn't
were
lose.
good.
You know
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
were
saying?
good.
So she called my name, win the game. I had 8 points. She was like, 2 more, your name in the paper. And I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
really understand what that meant at the
Yeah.
time. I didn't really have the basketball knowledge at that time.
Yeah, we like the
And when she
paper.
said that after that, I was like, what you mean by 2 more, your name in the paper? She was like, if you get 10 points or more, your name is going in the
Yeah.
newspaper. Everybody will read about you. And I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay. So I played so good that game. Mind you, I'm still a freshman. Did not know that my name was going to be called to start the next game against Hickory Flat.
Yeah.
I said, me?
Yeah. We
She was like,
eventually
yeah,
both
you
got to
showed
get
that you
off
ready.
JV.
Yeah.
We got off JV at the same time, and we started together.
Yep.
That was the coolest thing ever. Like just being a freshman, like it's usually seniors play 1st,
Mm-hmm.
but we beat that standard because
We stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, we
That's
stepped
what it
up to the
was.
plate.
It makes sense now.
Yeah,
What?
It makes so much sense.
What?
This was like you say, the foundation. The duo I be telling you about, like you and Zeta. Then it was Jayla
Yeah,
and
it was
Daisha.
generational.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
It's the foundation though.
Yeah, most
got
definitely.
you.
Yeah.
You gotta have a solid foundation. If you
Yeah.
don't have a solid foundation, then the bricks gonna crumble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause I'll say I told you my 8th grade year when it was time to try out, they were gone. But that was right after their championship year though. So I was in my mama's truck. Mama pulled up to the gym. She unlocked the truck. I locked the door back. And I was like, I'm not going. Yeah, I said, I'm not going in there.
You didn't know if you could meet the standard.
Yeah, I was like, nah. You know, I've heard about the standard. I've seen the standard. Now they coming off a championship. You know what I'm saying? How do you come into that? I told Mom, I was like, I'm not going in there. Pull off. But luckily she calmed down and I got out and stuff. And I remember I never forget Becca was down there. She gave me a drop step and right on fell. Bloop, couldn't breathe. And I was like, man, I can't. Nah, bro, this ain't it. But like they said, that standard they set though, it stayed.
And you could tell the standard
Yeah.
even when you went into a
Yeah.
tryout.
Yes. Yeah. And then let's talk about that game day when y'all won the championship. Did y'all practice anything before then or do any shoot around or anything? Y'all just leave the hotel? What you do?
We had a pep rally. Everybody sent us off, and we went to Ole Miss to practice.
The day before,
The day before we had to play. And when I say the worst practice we had all, because Ole Miss court, it looked so wide, so long. Remind you, when we messing up, we still running suicides, ain't making the time. Figure eights taking longer than 30 seconds than it usually 30 seconds to a T. It was ringing on everybody. Like, couldn't nobody.
You know what? I'm glad we had that practice though, because we got all the jitters out.
Yes, it was
If we
literally
wouldn't have had that
jitters.
practice, then that would have spilled over to the game.
Yeah.
On the day of the game.
K-Dub snapped out.
Yeah.
Man,
She was
she didn't even want to. Yeah, K-Dub snapped out, and we ate out there in the parking lot. She was like, "Let's go." Like, she was ready to get to the hotel. She was mentally drained, trying to keep us just making sure we focused. She kept reiterating how important this was for us.
Right.
But we just had a bad practice. Honestly, like, it was honestly a bad practice. Like, we ain't never been to Ole Miss gym.
Never.
She was doing us a favor.
Yeah.
I don't even know how she pulled the strings for that.
Yeah.
She just surprised us. Like, we practicing the Ole Miss.
Yeah.
We like, dang.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but we instantly locked up.
But another thing is, I feel like it would have been even worse if we would have rode the charter bus. She already had broke the news to us, like, hey, y'all ain't riding no charter bus.
We on the yellow bus.
Yeah.
If you ride the charter bus, you got to come back the same day, no matter if you win or lose. No, we trying to celebrate.
Yeah.
We trying to do what they do in the NBA, pop some bottles and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Like, we still, hey, our mentality.
Yeah.
Hey, Yellow got us there, did what it had to do.
And she promised if we won, we stayed the night in the hotel.
Stayed in the hotel, went to another game.
Yeah, we'll go check out other teams that played, then go eat dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
She said, but y'all got to win for all that. Besides
Yeah.
that, Yellow Bus heading on back to Ripley.
For sure.
Yellow dog. That was
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's one possession or one decision that's still replaying your head from that championship game?
Them last few seconds of the game. I just remember that they scored. It was like 64 to 65. So I don't know who it was on our team, but they came down, they scored a layup, and we had to play. That was what we call Tiger Black.
Yes, we had
Trap defense, the hardest defense you ever played for about 15 seconds.
Yes, like, don't even let them get it
Don't
past
let-
half
yeah.
court. That's the point of Tiger Black.
And
And
when we ended up letting them get past half court, but we contained them, and they ended up turning the ball over. And I'm literally, here's the half court line, here's me with the ball, like trying to make sure that I hold this ball for at least 5 seconds, because that's when the buzzer gonna go off. And they trying to trap me. But that was like, I'm not gonna say the scariest moment, but it was so much pressure, because I'm like, if I let them get the ball, they right here if they go.
Or step on that line.
Or step on the line,
Yes.
it's a turnover. It was a big pressure moment, but I was able to hold my own. But woo,
And I remember at the end, though, they happened to get the ball back, and we were up by 3 points because they had fouled Becca. I think that post player had fouled Becca. Becca made that layup. We were up by 3 because she made the free throw as well.
Right.
So we were supposed to go back in the Tiger Black, and they threw the ball, got it past half court, and that girl shot that 3-pointer. Remind y'all, we are up by 3. I will never forget, like, looking, like, my heart.
Your
Slow
face
motion.
changed.
Yes, because she was far away from me. She was far. There was no way I could get to her. And what's the point of football tackling? No, we ain't playing football. But that's how I felt.
But what do I
Deep
do?
in the
Like,
inside, yeah. But I was stuck, and she threw the ball just like a normal 3. And this is the 3-point shooter that's been making them all night. And it bounced off the rim. Man, that relief, like, is done. I'll never forget that moment. It was like that last little second, because I remember what ShunQuest was talking about. They tried to trap her and all that. Like, we got to get the ball back. And we end up being up by 3. And they shot that booger from the 3-point line. We like, not her.
Yeah.
Anybody but
if anybody else, but not
but her. And she's the one who got the ball.
Right.
And shot that. Man, I just looked at it.
Oh my God. And so when that buzzer went off, like you said,
the
said
first
relief.
thing we all did was came together and hugged. The picture in the newspaper.
The newspaper
I
picture,
had
everybody
leaned back
in
and
her
just
area,
screaming to the top of their lungs, like. But we were together. It wasn't one person in the back, like, kind of standing
we were
there.
on the floor on top of each other.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that thought? What was that feeling? What was that about?
We did it.
We did
All
it.
we worked for it.
Yes.
It
We
paid
did
off.
it.
It
We
didn't
did that as a
nothing else
team.
but just
It
as a
wasn't
team.
even not a moment like I did that.
No.
No. Even yes, we.
Mm-hmm.
Even
It was
what's
never
our, what's our girl name? Madison Wood Moore.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
That was our girl, and at the time she was a freshman.
Yeah.
She was even in there with
Yeah.
like,
her and Meg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody was left behind.
No.
Everybody played their part. If you was on the bench, you was clapping the whole game.
Yes.
Then when the game was over, you was included. We were Sisterhood.
And you know what? We give flowers, and you say about the lineage. I want to give a shout out to Meg and Maddie, because they were their freshmen when they won that. And then when they left, you still had Becca and them, but when Becca and Jalen and them were gone, when Madison
they were still the standard.
Yeah.
You could see them in those two.
Yep.
And it bleeds through. It definitely does.
Yep.
And how did winning change how you saw yourself individually?
It showed taking in constructive criticism and actually putting out the product.
Yeah.
Everybody can't handle constructive criticism, even as adults.
Even in life,
they cannot handle constructive criticism. But in order to grow, you have to be able to accept it, not for how it's coming out, but for what it is. A lot of people can't handle that. I see kids now, you can't even tell them to clean up their room without them crying and pouting.
Yeah.
All I said was clean up your room. I didn't say I was going to whoop you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a different breed. These kids have a lot of mental health issues, and I don't necessarily think it's brought on from their parents and how they're being raised. It's more so what they're seeing on the internet. They watch YouTube all day long, or they're watching TV all day long. Everything that's portrayed on the TV is pushed to them. A lot of it is negative. We may not see it, and so because we didn't have those things that
we didn't
show
have
negative.
social media.
Yeah, we didn't have social media growing up or nothing like that at this young age. You got 1 and 2 year olds.
We had each other. We had to talk. We
Ride
had
the
to
bike
use
down the
our
road
we had to
freeway
ride our
call,
bikes.
You know what I'm saying?
If you had roller skates, skate around the block, like we did things
Hey,
like
man,
that.
you know something? Matter of fact, you talking about go back, me and India do. Let me tell you something, bro. When we stayed, I remember when we stayed in Springdale. And
you did stay in Springdale.
Yeah.
Hey, we were deep out Springdale.
And so
they did.
Quess used to,
my mom.
Yeah.
Quess used to babysit me.
Yeah.
So they out
We
there
was
on
out
their
there.
bikes and stuff. So like you said, we had to get together. Okay, I was a little behind the curve on India and them was a lot more adventurous, and which you may actually listen, so you understand why they are a little more adventurous than me. And you ain't really met my mama yet as much, but you'll understand why I'm a lot more reserved. That's why her and Auntie Leslie work the way they do. They pull each other, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I was a little late on the curve to get on my bike. but I want to get out there with India and them. Isaiah and them, they all riding their bikes. You know, the whole, everybody out there. Okay, boom.
The hood.
You know what I'm saying?
We went to the hood, but we
Yeah, so I'm like, bro,
That's how we knew everybody was
okay,
at.
boom.
Bikes
So
in the
look,
yard.
Yeah.
Hey, we over
hey,
here.
so I'm
bet.
out here working. I got my training wheels. India and them bullying me. Isaiah showed
What
up.
age?
We're not gonna talk about that. Bullying me and stuff. Like Isaiah, he like swooped by me real fast on my bike. I'm on my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. You know, so I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? They had to take the training wheels. I'm trying to get it. So boom, I finally get it. I go, I don't know if Indy was with us on my first ride or not, but I do know I'm on my first ride, right? Like I got the bike, I'm off the little training wheel set, you know, I'm ready to go. Okay, you know, on the backside there was that big hill.
Yeah, where you
Yeah, okay, boom. They love that hill. Swoop down, hit the curve hard. Okay, bam. Well, I wasn't quite fully prepared for that in the ride.
You talking about miles?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't
Hit the brakes and stuff,
yeah.
man.
That hill
What?
is very steep, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that part of the ride. You know what I'm saying? So we going, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, yeah, I'm with the crew. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding, bam. We get there, they take off. Young. So I'm like, yeah, I got to take out too. Young. It just didn't
Turn
go.
that curve.
Turned that curve.
You not swinging around.
Walk that bike back. You hear me? I walked it around that whole curve.
And you probably told on them too. Like we did. Not like you and we do. Y'all had the race coming down that hill. Oh my!
Hey, that hill got some stories, man. We've seen a lot on
Oh,
the hill.
yeah,
Just imagine
it
living
got
right there.
and hit somebody.
Yeah.
On the bike going down the
Y'all, the bike just flipping up in the air. Y'all just down there. Ooh, get y'all tails up.
Man, yeah.
Right. Thought y'all was doing something.
I rode a
Tony
bike
Hawk
down
and
the
some
hill one
stuff.
time with no brake that hill.
Yeah,
And no
brake.
hand.
You brave,
Bruh,
cuz.
No hands. Then
This
ended
what
up
you
hitting
don't-
one
this-
of my best friends.
This one
We
get you
collided.
don't get it. Hans and them go down like this.
Yeah, no hands, no feet, no nothing.
Nah.
That's where you messed up. You gotta let the bike
You gotta let that bike ride itself.
Now, after I
You lose
learned-
behind the curve, yeah, you
Yeah,
good.
but once I got it, you know, I was hitting it then that you couldn't tell me nothing. The first time I hit that curve, kept going. Oh man, it's over with.
It's my rap now.
Right.
yeah, that's it right here. My next question is, what mental lessons did that season teach y'all? That winning season.
Gotta be mentally tough and focused on the goal. You can't let any obstacle that you're going through keep you from getting to that ultimate goal. No matter how hard it is, how slow it may come, slow and steady win the race. You gotta continue working for it and stay focused on it.
What about you, Andy?
Kind of piggybacking off what she said, but the mental toughness, it teaches you life lessons too, because we all know that we're grown now, but life isn't easy. But you gotta mentally be tough. Like I'm moving forward. You don't want to go back to where you were in, in high school.
Right.
You have to keep moving forward. And so mental toughness, it definitely goes a long way just in life, because things gonna hit you, but you have to know how to endure through those things and still look at the positive and have a positive outlook on life and go through that. Don't be scared and avoiding it, because it'll always come back up to you.
Exactly.
It'll always reveal itself.
Yeah, I like that.
Sound like somebody I know.
I thought I felt you staring at me for a second.
Sound like somebody I know, for sure.
And what advice would you give to the current Ripley girls?
Sometimes you got to hear the hard things. I know at that age, we feel like we know it all. We done been through it all. We ain't been through nothing yet. Enjoy those moments, but somebody can tell you something, especially somebody that love you. You know, hear the hard thing and then try to do something about it. Don't just be like, okay, I heard that. That annoyed me. Because it's easy to do that. I used to be like that, like if something annoyed me, it'd go in one ear out the other. But no, when you actually hear the hard thing, accept the hard thing, and then do something about it, it's going to work in your favor.
I would say build a bond together. That's the main thing. It doesn't even have to be about basketball, but get to know each other better so that you can understand each other, and then it portrays into your game. So once you get onto the court, you don't have to figure out, well, can I get this ball to my teammate? Will my teammate catch the ball? You're going to trust them more outside of the sport itself. So whenever you are into the game or in the sport, that comes natural. you shouldn't have to be a teammate and not understand what your teammate is able or capable of doing.
Right.
You
Or
should know
even
that
going
outside
through.
of
Yeah.
Let everything that's going on outside of that gym stay outside the gym. When you step into the gym, be focused on the goal of winning the basketball game and doing your part.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
The isms.
Yeah. What do you think it really takes to win it all?
Always be coachable. You can always
Yeah.
learn something new, no matter who has told you that, hey, this is how it works for me. Just because it worked for somebody else that way does not mean it's going to work for you that way.
Yeah.
Always stay true to yourself. Do what you can for you, and everything else will work out for everybody else. That's even in life. If you handle you and I try to handle everybody else around you, everything will be A-okay.
You'll be happy. Yeah.
Be so much more peaceful.
Yeah. That part.
For sure. And then last question we got right here. What does that championship mean to y'all now?
That was one of the, besides having my kids,
Mhm.
which is, that was a blessing. That's one of my peaks there.
Mhm.
But when that state champion right under it, it's
Mm.
like that. It's like that to me. It like changed my life
Mhm.
because I didn't think I was even gonna get through that.
Right.
But like with my teammates, with the sisterhood, with my coach, it had to be that way. I wanted that for myself,
Mhm.
not just lay down. So that it meant a lot.
I enjoyed being able to speak to that with not only my kids, because when we go in the gym, they say, "Mommy, is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it. But it makes me feel good, not just with them, but with my family, with my friends, even with my husband, because we didn't know each other as teenagers or nothing like that. But even just him, when we first met, he searched my name, and it was the first thing that came up on YouTube, Google, him saying that and being able to speak to it.
Ain't that so funny?
And
They
I
type
never
our
knew.
name
Yeah,
in,
and I was
and
like,
that pops up.
it pops up. So it was that much more special that
Yeah.
a special person in my life is able to see that without even me speaking about it.
Yeah, because I don't mention it.
Yeah.
I don't mention it and stuff like that.
I
But
don't even wear my
it
ring.
took them to look me up. They was like, "You were a champion," and it was
Yeah.
a picture of me holding the gold ball for
Yeah.
dear life. I said,
The one
and
you
I
didn't
was
let go.
wouldn't let go. And I even remember Becca said, "Can I hold it?" I was like, "Sure." But give it back. Like, I swear, I couldn't let it go.
Mhm.
I couldn't
For
let
sure.
it go.
And so now, before we get out of here, y'all first talk your talk. It was humble.
Very motherly.
Yeah, it was sweet and kind and all that good stuff, and we was just warming up. But this next one, y'all gonna talk your talk like y'all are definitely state championship winners, and that y'all have built the legacy that you built, and that you've touched the lives that you've touched, and that you've inspired the athletes you've inspired like me. That's how we're gonna do this next one, because we do it like that because Tae, like we say, you got to give yourself flowers too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We real big. It's real easy to tell somebody else congratulations, but congratulate yourself too. So right here, this is y'all moment to talk your talk. So go ahead and let them know what you got. What's up?
No, listen, no motherly stuff.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
be aired
Dial it
if you
back.
want.
Hey, we're
I
mother.
understand that, but not
We
right
can't
now.
help that.
Not right now.
We're
We
not
can't help
30s.
it. Nah, yeah.
Y'all not mothers right now. You know what I'm saying? So-
Back then, you couldn't tell me nothing.
There we go.
Yeah. Go to that mindset.
There we go.
Yeah.
I felt like, shoot, can't nobody tell me how to play. I will
And-
play how I want to play. It's gonna portray in the game. I went hard all the time. Like I didn't let nothing hold me back. I didn't let nobody keep me from working on my game. That's just what it was. I knew I wanted to get better, and that's what I did. I went in the gym. I put the work in, and it showed.
And nobody can stop
Yeah,
that.
nobody can stop you if
Yeah.
you working hard. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same. And there was nobody that I couldn't guard. Like,
You.
in my mind, I don't care who it was. I don't care. You have 40 points a game.
I'm telling you.
I gotta guard you.
Let me see that 40.
Yeah, like
And nobody
have,
can say they ever crossed me. Oh,
yeah, like I have to
No.
guard you.
Yeah.
And then keeping you at 12 points.
yeah.
So satisfying.
Man,
I'm
what?
glad you got those 6 shots up, but Yeah.
For
You
sure.
not no
Not
40
that
piece
20 or
tonight.
40.
No 40 piece tonight.
No, not
No,
up here.
can't happen.
For sure.
No.
Love it.
Oh, that's better. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
there
about.
we go.
Yeah.
There we
Can't
go.
happen. Can't
But
happen.
man, we appreciate y'all for coming on, man. And again, y'all can give an insight that not too many people can give on what it really takes to not only get to that final game, but win it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That mentality, that grind, that passion, that sisterhood, all of that it takes, man.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that insight and them isms for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
and y'all
Thank y'all for having us.
y'all only won one, but y'all went to two. You know what I'm saying? So
We're supposed
And
to have
honestly,
two.
and I still say
Yeah.
that to this day, we really
Yeah.
deserve
Supposed to
two.
have two.
But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't even say I never went to Jackson. I went to watch y'all, but play? Nah,
Yeah.
never.
It's a different feeling from being
Yeah.
on the court and off the court. And we've seen both.
Because
We've
those
seen
previous
both.
years, we'd always go to state and support whoever
Yeah.
from North Mississippi was going.
Right.
We'd
Yeah.
get on the charter bus and
Even
still go down
after
there and support.
the year after, the girls went back to state
Yeah, I was
and
finna
played
say,
for a
we went to
championship,
the-
and we went.
Man,
We
and
supported
Tae, when
them.
I tell you, I felt so bad,
2
man.
points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. Tell you got anything else from that game? Cause you
What you got,
had
Tae?
a-
Y'all
Don't
good.
mention that
Hard on
dude
my
you had
back
on.
about this
Nah, I
bird
mean,
flipping.
Yeah.
I'm just like my babysitter out there tripping because she going
Oh,
crazy.
see,
I ain't never seen her act like this.
That was our baby. Yeah.
I ain't never seen her act like this. She always so sweet.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
always in her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was up here.
Yeah.
I might not have seen it. You might not have seen it, but it was up
Yeah,
here. It
for
was
sure.
up here. It's a lot of things that be up here, and I be wanting to say, even now in life, I just
Yeah.
be like, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Your piece is priceless.
Right.
Clip right there at the end. Bam.
Ism.
Yeah. But look, man, this is Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host, Tae.
And we had these amazing championship players.
I'm Quessy.
India.
For sure, man. And we appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Y'all did great. Y'all did great.